Ooh, that boy got that butterfinger, that nutty buddy. Oh my goodness, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Shannon Sharpe has responded to these claims by the old Jane Doe lady. Now,
insisting that she give him her number. And the filing says that Jane Doe found Sharpe, quote, physically intimidating. The lawsuit reads, over the next couple of weeks, Sharpe incessantly pursued plaintiff. He constantly approached her at the gym and attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages asking to meet up, unwilling to take no for an answer. Eventually, plaintiff gave in and agreed to meet with Sharpe outside of the gym. However, before doing so, Sharpe demanded that Doe sign a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA, something plaintiff found a bit concerning. She wondered why Sharpe was so insistent on her signing an NDA. She refused. Despite his repeated efforts to get her to sign, she refused time and again. Eventually, he dropped the issue and invited her to his house.
Mistake. Right there, Shay Shay. That's a mistake. You never do that. They gotta sign the NDA. Now, this girl says she was 19 years of age. 19, B. That's a crazy number. 19.
Now, the lawsuit claims that this relationship between Sharpe and Jane Doe, again, more than 30 years his junior, was consensual, but it was rocky. She said he'd insisted they were exclusive, but then was caught multiple times lying about his whereabouts and who he was seeing. According to the filing, quote, by October 2024, Sharpe's behavior had grown progressively worse, beyond anything plaintiff had experienced with him before. At this point, he was insistent upon recording their sexual activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do to her things that would make no other man want her. By this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain the relationship was exclusive. He had at this point accidentally or purposely, to advance his career, went live on Instagram while having sex with another woman. Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to the relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities. What had once become manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get into Doe's apartment complex without her permission. Sharpe made it clear that what Doe wanted was of no moment, that Sharpe would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October 2024, Shannon Sharpe violently sexually assaulted and anally raped plaintiff 2 different times in Las Vegas, Nevada, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop. He did it again in January.
Oh my God, the dude he's a fecal freak. He want that pussy. And he gonna get it one way or another. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Now, she said this was consensual relationship. First of all, 19 right there, that's a problem. You 50 dealing with a 19-year-old? Man, you got to be insane, Shannon. Gots to be insane. And you going through all this situation with, like, you've been in this before, like lawsuits. You know what's out here. Do you know that there are legitimate firms where you can get real people with money? Like, you know people with money, Shannon. They will tell you where they go to get people. Like, Shannon, why don't you talk to me? I can get you what you want. You want it 5'10", you pick your size. They got professionals that rich folks go out and grab. They go through them. They don't go on no doggone dating site. They got the underground pick'em. Are you kidding me? This is cray times, cray. Makes no sense. But oh my God, this dude was doing it for the bussy. Like, no, I gotta go through the back door. I don't want to do that. No, I got to have it. Yeah. No, I got to have that. No, I don't want to do the back door. I'm still hurt from that. No, come on now. Come on. I got to put it out. And the monkey got to do what it do. Yeah. Dear Mama Michelle. Oh my God.
Worry. Now, before I get into what the claims for relief are here, first, John, your thoughts on that narrative put forward by Jane Doe.
Yeah, I mean, it's deliberately graphic narrative. There's nothing inherently wrong with going into that level of detail in these types of cases to kind of get the court's attention on how serious this is. But it's probably on the more graphic side of the scale in terms of these types of pleadings.
If there are recordings, how would she be able to get access to them, and how could that help her case?
Now, this is incredibly crazy. Shannon Sharpe involved in a situation he has no business being in. Because now all of this is coming to the forefront right when you're on the cusp of getting a $100 million deal. Then this is when it goes off the rails. Shannon Sharpe go through his attorney, and his attorney put out the doggone statement. His attorney I haven't talked about Kevin Gates because it's been Shannon Sharpe Day. It's been Shannon Sharpe Day.
Well, when she gets into civil discovery, she can demand copies of those. Whether they exist or ever existed, we don't know. But if they do,
$10 million.
They want $10 million for punitive damages, 10 here, 20 for punitive. Special damages, 10 million. General damages, another 10 million. So they're looking at a $50 million settlement. Tony Busby is amazing, ain't he? Now, Shannon Sharpe decided to respond. And Shay said, no way, wait, this is going down. You ain't getting my money. So, well, D-Dunn, they've already seen these messages, but you finna see it right now. Shannon Sharpe posted this on his page today. The counsel to Shannon Sharpe has posted this on Shannon Sharpe's page. Shannon Sharpe has let it be known. And they came right out with a message and a statement. Shannon Sharpe came out swinging. And in the statement sent in, yep, there it is. They named the plaintiff, included the text message by this woman. Shannon Sharpe team alleges that Gabrielle Zuniga purposely sent Shannon Sharpe messages between October 2023 to January 2025. So Shannon been with her for a minute. This lawsuit was filed by Gabriella Zaninga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. The statement reads, "It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations and will not succeed." And then here it is. It comes out. Shannon Sharpe put out these text messages. She said, I want to put a dog collar. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it. Why are you effing me? Woo! Well, she was very graphic, kicking it right off in 2023. I know you missed this big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek. Wow! $25K for each cheek. Good Lord. That's a lot for a cheek, ain't it? Now, let me get in here some more. So, 25K for each cheek. Oh my goodness. So y'all won't think I'm making it up. Now, y'all should be able to see that now. Let me take myself off of the screen. Yeah, when you see a Tony Busby sighting, you know it ain't good. But here it is again. Another one they sent. Yeah, now this is the message from the lawyer who says clearly this lawsuit filed by her is a shakedown for millions of dollars. It's filled with distortions, lies, and misrepresentations and will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Miss Zaninga presented Mr. Sharpe with secretly recorded videos of consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as a non-consensual act. Ms. Zaninga has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zaninga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicates the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, consensual sex until she said consensual sex continued into January 2nd of 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000. Good Lord, this woman is asking for a lot, ain't she? That'd be $25,000. Who did you kidnap? Chelsea Clinton? Okay. Now, here's a text from Gabrielle Zaninga to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. I want to put my tongue in your a-hole, then marry you. Well, this person is nuts. Now, most women ain't going to say all this stuff to you if they don't know you like this kind of stuff. Classic Busby shakedown. Well, we know we got one guy out there that he got his Tony Busby pom-poms on. I ain't even heard his video, but I know he already out there with old Busby. He going down with the Busby shit. Oh yeah, it's really going up because here's the problem in the situation that people are not really paying attention to is like when she said that right then and there, the next step message he should have sent was like, "What the hell?" Now she sent him another one. That that's my daddy. I want you to put that big black baby in me. And she sent another one. You better crave it because you're gonna be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. I said, whoa. Now, the text from Gabrielle Zaninga on August 11, 2024. These messages are sampling a border pattern of graphic sexual communication between Ms. Zaninga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zaninga. The edited tape that Ms. Zaninga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray as a result of editing and out of context and prior text messages that the sexual activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all part of her planned setup as part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations and coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of the R word, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. Mm, mm, mm. That's crazy. Well, with a name like Gabriela Zaninga, she's Hispanic. You know that. So when you see that all together, and people will now, and they will find her Instagram, they're going to find all of it. Oh, boo. So allegedly, this is the woman. So allegedly, that's what Shannon was going down for. And the fact that she was 19, Shannon has been through these things before. You gotta know, first of all, non-disclosure for you being a celebrity who making millions of dollars, an NDA is required, especially for all the stuff you talking about. You got way too much on the plate. And then here you going prancing around with a damn 19-year-old. She knew how to cater to your ego. But then all of a sudden, here comes, yeah, you want the bussy. Yeah, I gotta have that. Yeah, I gotta make it do what it do. Yeah, this consensual. So you consensually wanted the bussy. Good Lord, good Lord, good Lord.
So,
Oh yeah, it's a mess.
Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe.
This is a Boondocks episode. She's not near 25K. Somebody like she is. Oh my goodness. Shannon picked her up at the immigration office. No, she went to the gym. He caught her at the gym. He should have known that setup was right there. That setup was right around the corner. Oh, she in the gym. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Yeah. I got some stuffing for that muffin. You know, he all old as hell. She's probably on TikTok. And he coming in there with them old 1930 lines. Hey, do fries come with that shake? Yeah, I'm old Mac Daddy. Yeah, they call me Mr. Smooth. I wasn't going to come over because I was afraid I might get rejected. She was, no, I found you cute, Mr. Chocolate Man. Hi, Mr. Chocolate Man. Oh, yeah. I'm Mr. Chocolate Man. That's what they call me, Mr. Chocolate. You going to give me big black baby, Mr. Chocolate Man? Yeah. You gonna fix me one of them tacos? Yes, with extra guacamole. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I like. Put that extra guac on there. Yeah. Damn, Mama shit. Damn, Mama shit. I want the big black baby now. You promised, big black baby, 25,000. 25,000 for each cheek. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that now. Yeah, I can work with that for a little while. So old Shay Shay was out here making it work. So now he didn't put in all this work and all this craziness. And people forget about the tape. I'm like, did they forget about the tape? When he out here with the damn Butterfingers on, with the Nutty Buddy. Y'all forget about the Michelle.
I will say almost word for word a line in Jane Doe's complaint. So Evans' lawsuit says that Sharpe told her during a sexual assault that, quote, he would make it so no other man would want me. Again, you just heard that. Jane Doe's lawsuit reads, Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do to her things that would make no other man want her. And Evans' complaint also states Michelle Evans was subjected to non-consensual sexual encounters, which in itself is a deeply traumatic experience that has resulted in long-term psychological harm, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, severe anxiety, and depression. The trauma is exacerbated by the public defamatory statements made by Shannon Sharpe, which have led to public humiliation, loss of dignity, and a sense of betrayal. And she even provided a chart showing how Sharpe's alleged actions impacted her. According to a sworn affidavit from Sharpe, he denies the allegations that Michelle Evans has laid against him, says it was actually Evans who was manipulative and threatening, says that she was harassing him via text messages and phone calls. So it makes me wonder, since at the time of this recording, John, we're still like, this is breaking news. We haven't seen a response yet from Shannon Sharpe. Could come out later after we air this. What do you imagine you're going to hear from him or his side?
Well, first of all, I think that they're going to be careful about saying too much right now. They're going to probably strongly deny the allegations and look forward to their day in court and maybe some.
Exactly. They're not going to say too much, except for this. They going to name her. They named her right away. Came right out and said, that's her, and put her on blast. Straight like that. They said, oh no, you don't get away at all. And if that's her, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They done messed up now. Now, here's the thing that I want to talk about. Now, if those are her messages, right? I want to know, where are his messages? Because he just posted some that she sent. What was his response to those messages? It's one thing to say, okay, this is the messages she sent. What was Shannon Sharpe's responses to those messages? See, that's the part people ain't paying no attention to. There's a reason they just put what she said to try to say, hey, look, they had a consensual relationship. That's cool. But it's two sides to the coin. If you're going to release text messages, you got to release what the hell he said to all this. Because notice, it's just her saying stuff. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm quite sure they don't want to do that for a reason. You don't want to hear what Shannon had to say back. Yeah, I'm going to put this big black baby in you, baby. Ooh, yeah. I'm a hawk on it. Yeah. And I'm going to get all up in there. Oh, you going to put your tongue in my butt? Oh, yeah. I'm going to wiggle it. Yeah, wiggle it. Woo. Yeah, doggy. Yeah, see, they ain't want all that in there. They know that lawyer looked at that and said, you said all this? I can't put this out. Now, what we gonna do is show what she said. That's just gonna prove the point that this woman is trying to extort you. We can't put what you said in response because all the talk will be about that. I want you to ride me like I'm Mr. Ed. Yeah. Now, they ain't gonna want that to go down. They're not going to want that to go down that way. He probably was okay with the tongue and the butt and all kind of goofiness. That's why they ain't putting those messages out by Shannon Sharpe under no circumstances. That is not finna fly. And the charge seemed to come from her saying, this dude want to keep taking the pussy. And I said, no, he took the pussy 2 times. The last time in January. Like back to back in Vegas. Oh, Nightcap gonna be quite interesting tonight. It's gonna be real interesting tonight. You got a hell of a nightcap on your hands tonight, buddy. I mean, we got Raw, we got the Piston game, we got Nightcap. Boy, I'm telling you. Shannon Sharpe gonna tune in. First thing I want to do is I want to apologize. I want to apologize to my family, my kids. I let y'all down again. Every 3 months, I do something. Y'all know me by now. I done had 3 of y'all in the same year. So you know how I get down. So I'm going to tell y'all right now. You know how I get down. I get down, and when I get down and dirty. You know, sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Man, Shannon, you got to go and stop this, bruh. You got to stop this. You know, I know it's Easter, and Easter just went by, and it's bunny season. You know, the bunny's out. You had the bunny one. But now you done left the bunny. The bunny rabbit is gone now. The bunnies are gone. Easter's over. The bunny then hopped away. All right? No bunnies. Now I can imagine what Ocho gonna say tonight on the show. Now we don't want to go too much into this because I swear to God, I read it and I know I didn't believe it because I was like, man, that ain't But you were actually dating this whole time. We was up here and I was saying, man, we had to hook you up with somebody, man. And it said right here, man, you was going in for the pussy. I'm like, man, you just kept taking the pussy. Did she say no and you just kept going? What happened? He said nobody said nothing about Michael Irvin. Did he find God for real? I do not like it. I love the old Mike better. Man, Mike is the old Mike. Mike old, man. He done did enough in the past to say, man, look, I'm partied out. He ain't gay, he's just freaky. That's the same thing Dwight Howard said. That's the same thing Dwight Howard said. That guy was suing him, and Dwight Howard said, that's a lie. It was consensual. We were like, yeah, he lied, but huh? Consensual. That's freaky, and that's way over the top freaky. I ain't gonna let a chick go behind my back for no reason. Ain't no reason for her to be behind me. Everything for her is in the front. She ain't got no reason to be behind me. Right. Man, you know, sometimes, man, you know, I get a little crazy, man. You got to mix it up sometimes. You ain't got to mix it up like that. At no time. If you feel you got to mix it up like that, I'm going to let you, like my boy Bulldog will tell you, baby, Bulldog going to hit you straight from the jump. Nigga, you got it. What? No, man, he was sucking my thing. You know, they be in denial, like, no, I ain't gay. No, he gave me the blowjob. I ain't give him one. You let a dude do that to you? Yeah, you gay. That's just all into it. Ain't no explanation for nothing else. Nobody got time to put you in a group. I'm a pansexual, bisexual, trisexual, and they ain't got no time to put you in a group. You gay. That's just all to it. And that's just it. Ain't nobody putting you in no groups. Ain't got time to figure out what part of the rainbow you in. If they in the purple one or the red or the green, look, they in the rainbow. That's all I know. That's all that matters. Hey, that's dating psychosis. Shannon Sharpe going up in there. Yeah. No, Ocho, I'm telling you, she wanted me to do that. Now, she asked for it. She the one told me, hey, you could take that. And then what was I supposed to do? Turn that pussy down? Boy, I went on it. Boy, boy, you tear that up. Boy, woo. Now, she right. Ain't no man gonna want that. I get through with it. Woo, boy. I tell you, boy, you could throw like throwing a football in the hallway. No walls. She gonna be eating food, and the food just gonna fall right out as soon as she eat it. She gonna be dug out. I'm telling you, Ocho, she gonna be dug out. As soon as she eat that food gonna drop right to the floor. Yeah. Yeah, Ocho. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Good Lord, man. I can't believe this dude is involved in this thing. See, this is what's crazy about it. Is Shannon Sharpe been through this before. The woman lied on him, said he touched her on the elevator knowing she didn't. And he jumped, he got off the elevator. And he was like, man, I don't even ride on elevators now with women because of that. Cost him his CBS job. All this stuff. And now here they come again. And then here he come with some 19-year-old. It's like, what are you doing, Shannon? Multi-million-dollar dude, grab you a Michelle or whatever. You can get any of them girls. Get them to sign the NDA. She didn't want to sign it. Like, your wants, consensual is like, look, you don't want to sign the NDA, then you're going to be out the door. Ain't no I'm finna call you anyway. The hell you calling her for? And I'm like, this is a chick you can get at the dime store. Oh, you can catch this chick at the mall. She wanted you to take her to Fashion Nova or something. Oh, can I get some shoes? I want to get my nails done. I want the airbrush on my nails. Yeah, I'll get you all that. Give you some Hello Kitty. Everything. Tony Busby's at it again. Yep. She's not going to get rich. Because if that tape is edited, they're going to want the whole thing. And if she ain't got the whole tape, she can't submit that to court. Can't send an edited tape into court. But Tony Busby get the publicity. Shannon is in his 50s. He like 55. He over 30-something years older than this woman. Yeah. And just last night, he was already the subject of a conversation because he said he liked a man. He slipped up and said he liked a man last night. Yeah. On Nightcap. I think it was Nightcap last night. It was about let me see. It was Nightcap last night when he was talking about dating young men. Men. I was like, oh God, no, Shannon Sharpe. Don't say that.
Her sobbing and repeated screams of no. According to the complaint, Jane Doe worked out at this same in Los Angeles, and she was 19 at the time. This is what she claims. And she claims that he had been watching her during her workouts and finally introduced himself, insisting that she give him her number. And the filing says that Jane Doe found Sharpe, quote, physically intimidating. The lawsuit reads, over the next couple of weeks, Sharpe incessantly pursued plaintiff. He constantly approached her at the gym and attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages asking to meet up, unwilling to take no for an answer. Eventually, plaintiff gave in and agreed to meet with Sharpe outside of the gym. However, before doing so, Sharpe demanded that Doe sign a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA, something plaintiff found a bit concerning. She wondered why Sharpe was so insistent on her signing an NDA. She refused. Despite his repeated efforts to get her to sign, she refused time and again. Eventually, he dropped the issue and invited her to his house. Now, the lawsuit claims that this relationship between Sharpe and Jane Doe, again, more than 30 years his junior, was consensual, but it was rocky. She said he'd insisted they were exclusive, but then was caught multiple times lying about his whereabouts and who he was seeing. According to the filing, quote, by October 2024, Sharpe's behavior had grown progressively worse, beyond anything plaintiff had experienced with him before. At this point, he was insistent upon recording their sexual activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do to her things that would make no other man want her. By this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain the relationship was exclusive. He had at this point accidentally or purposely, to advance his career, went live on Instagram while having sex with another woman. Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to the relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities. What had once become manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get into Doe's apartment complex without her permission. Sharpe made it clear that what Doe wanted was of no moment, that Sharpe would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October 2024, Shannon Sharpe violently sexually assaulted and anally raped plaintiff 2 different times in Las Vegas, Nevada, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop. He did it again in January. Now, before I get into what...
Damn. Lifetime channel is all over it. What Shannon wanted to do with her. Jesus Christ. This is why I'm mad Shannon put himself in this position. And that's why it just... Yeah. He had no business being in that situation. No. When they say things ain't the same. Well, people have to figure out what's the best way to do something. And now that this is out, and shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, KB probably live right now too, but that's crazy. And Tracy Ellis Ross talking about older men are toxic and controlling. Older men ain't controlling. They want stability. They don't want craziness. Tracy Ellis Ross then got old and want to settle down and get with the young people. Look, that's on you. And you want that thing, you can have that. That's something you can find at the shopping mall. She look about like her age is, 19 or 20-ish. Want to do it for the TikTok. And she seemed to be saying whatever it is to make you happy. Because those women, they know how to cater you. What Tupac said, a girl could be like 15 messing with a dude, 35 getting them from everything. Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. What would have been the story today is what happened on Nightcap last night.
When I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho?
Right.
Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm when Unc say he want to date younger men, they kill me.
That would have been on the news all day yesterday. This was gonna be on the news today. If it wasn't for this lawsuit, this what the talk was gonna be. Unc slipped up and said, "Men."
When Unc say he want to date younger men, they kill me. What they say? What the women's what?
Look at Joe Johnson. Look at Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson, like, what the hell? Somebody tried to say, hey, the production team tried to stop him.
When Unc say he want to date younger men, they kill me.
You see, Ocho head popped up. Soon as he said, whoa, when Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me. This was gonna be the talk. This what was gonna be the talk of the day. Trust me, this was gonna be the talk of the day. Unc then slipped up. Unc slipped up and exposed the business. Look how they looking. Unc slipped up.
When Unc say he want to date younger men, they kill me. What they say? What the women's what?
Look, they looking at Unc like, dog, what you just slipped. You didn't let it slip, Unc.
When Unc say he want to date younger men, they kill me.
Well, Unc said he want to date younger men, they kill me. Right, Joe Johnson was like looking like, what the hell y'all just dragged me into? I would have said, what? I couldn't. That's a huge slip. Exactly. I think they took the whole episode down. I haven't seen this episode since this incident happened.
When Unc say he want to date younger men, they kill me. What they say? What the women's what?
They looking like, what?
when Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me. What they said, what the women's what?
Look at you, Johnson, rock back like God damn. They were cool and calm. I'd have been mad. I'd have reacted like, what the hell?
When Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me. What they said, what the women's what? Yeah, what I said, I want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date.
Ocho said you said men. You said men.
When I want to date, when I want to date younger women.
We know what you meant.
Women, what they say, Ocho? Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm what they call that? What they call that when a man like I'm grooming. That's the term they use with me. Grooming. when Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me. What they
Oh my God. So I see why they took this down, because the lawsuit came out. He said ISO Joe was ready to walk off. They called me, what's that word? Yeah, they called me a groomer. Well, now you got hit with about a 19-year-old with this lawsuit.
They said what the women's what? Yeah, what I said, I want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date.
You got people in the background staff cracking up.
Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date, when I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho? Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm what they call that? What they call that when a man like I'm grooming. That's the term they use with me. Grooming.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's involved somehow. He the one filed the lawsuit, Ozzy. Of course he's involved. It's a Tony Busby production.
When Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me. What they said, what the women's what? Yeah, what I said, I want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date, when I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho? Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm what they call that? What they call that when a man like I'm grooming. That's the term they use with me. Grooming.
We got him. One more time. Let's run it back.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, shouts out to the Star Report too. Subscribe to his page. Check out the Star Report. Mm-hmm. Now that was a huge slip up for old Unc. But them doggone text messages that's out there, I want to hear what you said in response to those text messages. That's gonna really tell the case. Yes, sir. Oh, Corey Holcomb, can you imagine? Corey is finna burn this thing to the floor. Nah. Nah. I know he in the back door here. Now, didn't he just say yesterday that now when he like younger men, Corey gonna be over all this. Corey gonna be over all this. He gonna be, what you gonna do? You might well pay that money. Cause you about to get 100 million. You could have paid that little 25,000. Got this thing over with. You like 100 million? Nah, I don't think so. They're gonna be all I can give you is 2.5, dog. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I gotta get ready for the game, man. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. But thank y'all for the support coming through, man. We had a blast. But Shannon Sharpe, I know, man, this is bad for you. This is bad. So see y'all on the Patreon, Carcino for life. Before you go, though, I got to show you what you're missing. Got to show you what you've been missing. For all of y'all that's on the Patreon, most of y'all here already. Straight like that. So right now on the Patreon, right now we put it back up there at the top. The Murder of Prodigy. We got that video back from back when we first had it. That was that earlier. Oh yeah, this is what Drake did with Joe Budden during the Kendrick Lamar battle. Yeah, that went up today. People checking that out. Oh, and we exposed Hollywood right there. Exposed. Bringing the facts. What they did with Russell Westbrook was terrible. Jay-Z suffering from a condition, and you get to learn about that. Oh, y'all already seen this. Devin Haney doesn't have power. That's a myth. That's correct. My thoughts on Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf situation. I only am addressing that on the Patreon, and I think we did a great job discussing that with the people. So definitely go over there and check that out. You'll enjoy it. And we out. Deuces.